Hello and welcome to Manchester, a little bit further out than we normally go, and there's a good reason for that today. We're here at a con, and maybe something a little bit different from what we normally do, but I do think it's just about anime related. We're here in Manchester today to go to SonicCon, SonicCon UK. So this is the first ever time this SonicCon actually has run. I believe there's been a few other cons. Well, actually, I know there's been a few other Sonic cons because I used to go to Summer Sonic back in the day, which mostly ran in London, and I think one time they ran in Brighton. Really lovely con. They actually had some really good guests, but I think there's been a few sort of small Sonic cons around the country. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to go to any of them. Also, before someone points out that, hey, Sonic doesn't have anything to do with anime, Sonic has had 2 animes, so I think he does count. But this is the first time this one's running, and I think this feels like it's going to potentially be a spiritual successor to Summer Sonic. So let's go and see what it's all about. Yeah, so ever since I was a kid, I actually really liked Sonic. I think I more was introduced to it through the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Yeah, the crazy one. They did show a bit of Satyam over here. That's a very good show, by the way. Unfortunately, Channel 4 would show the Adventures of... And especially, it was so confusing the first ever time. I think I put a Satyam episode. I was like, what the hell happened to this show? It was like a whole new cast, a whole new direction. It was wild. But my best friend at the time, he had a Mega Drive, and he was absolutely Sonic mad. So I, as a child, got to essentially play all the Sonic games at his house. It was kind of like, when I went around my best friend at the time's house, it was like, yeah, I get to play all these Sonic games. So it was kind of like curious. And I don't think it was until, I think, the later 90s, I got Sonic 3 and Knuckles collection on the PC. So that was like my first real Sonic game. Sonic 3 is an absolutely amazing game, by the way. Yeah. So I've been here 1 minute and I've already walked into a friend. They are actually working the front gate, so I'm going to leave them to it. They were like, oh man, like the opening ceremony is going to start in the next 20 minutes. So I think I'm going to really see a lot of very excited people, a few Sonic cosplayers. Already looks a good vibe. It's that sort of nice mix between sort of the smaller hotel cons that I really like. Of course, we do a lot of the smaller cons, hotel cons, and yeah, the mixture of course, it's now been about Sonic, and hopefully, if we want to get in there, should be a lot of stalls. So yeah, this if you ever wanted a Sonic con, this just feels like that nice sort of vibe of a nice mix of lots of stuff to see and a nice vibe. And we also got Sonic Stamp Rally. So I'm here, I'm ready, I'm in the line for the dealers hall. The dealers den, I don't know what that, I think they're calling it dealers hall here. It's a dealers hall. I wish we could add a more Sonic themed name, like the dealer zone. Yeah, maybe it should have been the dealer zone. Ha ha ha. You know how the zones in Sonic games. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of stuff they have. I think it's going to be mostly artists, but of course it's Sonic. There's going to be loads of really, really cool artists. So here we are in the dealer's hall. I'm actually. Oh my god, Blade. Wow, so cool. They've even got some Sonic Paradox. I remember that. Already taking a look around. There's a lot of artists. That's so cool to see. It's just showing you how much the artists have evolved. Like back in the days of Summer of Sonic, there really wasn't an art scene. Oh my days! Oh, I've already seen something I want. There's like Sonic plushes, custom made. Oh my day! Have Sonic fridge magnets. I think that's more within my budget right now. There's a lot of love for the classic Sonic series here. It's like from a molding kit that was released in the 90s. This is what I'm picking up so far. This is what I'm picking up from this store. I have to have the Sonic. Oh my god, oh my god, see the places like custom figures. I make sure I get your. There is some amazing customs here. So don't worry, I'm going to pick something up. I'm just like figuring out what one. Yeah, I would definitely be getting something Sonic, some amazing Sonic Con at UK. If you know, you know. Oh, is this the continuation, or is this a continuation?
Yes, I ran that for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I got to work with the original. So this is the final story we did.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Wrote it.
Yeah. No, I remember him at Summer of Sonic. So already got myself a cool piece of Sonic the Comic UK. Piece of merchandise. Reason why I came for really cool obscure Sonic merchandise. Right amount of dealers hall. I found some really neat stuff. Now time to try and find this Sonic stage. I think it may be the other side. The way it sort of makes you go through the little restaurant. Found the Sonic stage at last. Here we go. Here we are at the Sonic stage.
Okay, so I'm no means a professional, so I will screw up. But welcome everybody, welcome to the convention celebrating everybody's favorite Sega's blue hair character.
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku!
Yay!
Got a little video kind of for you here.
This is better than Joker 2.
This is a hotel space, so obviously there are other guests here. They're going to be a bit out by seeing a load of, no. So please do respect the acts that are performing. Chili dog!
Chili dog!
Chili dog! Rest in peace, Maria!
Came up for the opening. Let's see what the games room's like. A big screen playing Sonic. Yeah, we've got a nice mixture. We've got some older stuff. Back in the day, at Sega World, they actually did have a Sonic the Fighters arcade machine and a Sega Sonic arcade machine. I think Brotherhood of Gaming has the Sega Sonic arcade machine. I know it got broken, and I think they recently fixed it. It's the I'm about to say a Master System original. I don't think this is the original. What it was places like Europe and Brazil. The Master System was a lot more popular, so they demade some games. This console is really good. My friend definitely had one of these as well. I remember playing these things. Yeah, I do remember playing this one as a kid.
Oh, we're going to get 80 rings now. Oh boy.
I'm going to go and head over to the YouTube panel. There's one YouTuber I watch who is in there, so it'll be interesting to see what he has to say for himself.
My panel, the SonicTube seminar. So if you're here, I'm guessing it's because you've got some interest in either Sonic video content or video content creation in general, or maybe you just kind of want to learn a little bit more about what goes on in making any kind of video content, or I don't know, you're just tired from waiting outside and was like, oh, chairs! And so it takes way longer than that, and that's why you're now stood in front of a room full of people trying to convince them that you know about content creation with only 2 examples of completed work. But I promise they're going to be great, the other 2. But anyway, so why does this panel exist? Why are we all here right now? Well, basically, the term sonictuber, in fact, any kind of video content creator around a game franchise, is often looked down upon as quite a negative term. And there's a bunch of reasons for that. One reason is people just don't really get what goes into making good video content. For example, we've got our video tracking, so it's two layers tracks. We want to put our own narration over that. Well, now we've got 3. Maybe we want to have some backing music under that. Now we've got 4. Maybe you want to add a sound effect. So I'm going to sound really posh here. I have 2 degrees.
Ooh.
Do not do this. This is, obviously I'm on YouTube and that place, which we don't really like to talk about anymore. Threads exists. Yeah, and also if I've really entertained you, please consider buying me a coffee so I can have something to eat.
So you found the guest area. It's down here. All the guests are most of them, I think, in a panel right now.
Man has found himself. Multiverse. It's a small business table. This is a really cool idea. Plus there's a trading card game where people make cards of the original characters. And you can take one each. And the idea is you can trade. So I'll be getting all these people's I don't have a Sonic OC. But I mean, this is really cool. And you like little community things like this. Cool thing is there's a little restaurant here. And they actually have a little Sonic menu. Which is really cool.
Introduce the producer of Sonic Symphony, Shota, nakama!
We weren't having those in the set originally, but for the Japan show, Tani-san was like, I want to do all the songs, all the from JoJo songs, Titans theme. We're like, yes, okay, yes, we'll do it. Okay. So it can happen that way too, but yeah, usually it's just conversation based and yeah, and that's how we decide.
Next question, asked by That 80s Guy. What's been your favourite location to visit for the symphony?
I think generally, I think London was one of the favorite places. It's, it's because like we kind of like, we started the show with London and it was, you guys were just so welcoming and the shows, the initial Barbican Theater shows, they were just so well received and it kind of just defined the path for Symphony 2 because like how everybody received and reacted to the music, we were like, oh okay, now we know this will work and we kind of just saw like what songs are kind of fans' favorite and stuff.
One more thing before we do go and say goodbye to Shota and Nakama. So I want to go and get a picture with all of us here. So if we go and how can we do this? Can someone take my phone? Audience, are you ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Sonic!
Somebody gonna come here and get on my plate. No, what's gonna happen? My emerald's gone. Somebody gonna get this quick. My weather's gone. Who could have did this? That fish came through. Now I'm together with these two. There you are. Come here, little thing. You can go fly. and three knuckles, and we can Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't go never into me, just go free.
So they're doing a Blade Day tournament, and I have decided to sign up, even though I never played Blade Day before.
Sorry, can you guys move back a little bit?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, let it rip!
Jesus.
The Viper is trying to avoid the bird in the sky. But can it hang on long enough? The Phoenix is on the prowl. The poor little snake can handle it. 1 point.
So, we are going to head towards karaoke to finish off our day. So, we have some friends in there. This is actually the first time we're going to be in this shadow room. It's going to be interesting to see how the karaoke is run here. The shadow room, which we never quite got to. Oh my god, how can you feel the sunshine? Right, I have to quickly rush back to the train because I realised all the Fulham fans were coming back London way because they were just about to get kicked out of the football. So what did I think of SonicCon UK? A really nice little charming con. Really surprised how well put together it was. I do know the company that's running it do run an anime convention, which I actually do want to check out. They actually seem, if it's half as good as this, it would be actually a really good time. Very impressed with SonicCon UK. Not quite as legendary as Sunrise Sonic yet, but that did have support from Sega, but it was very much felt like in the spirits of some very good guests. There was some very interesting Q&As, probably had some clips. As I said, the training card game was a really amazing idea, how everyone could make their own OCs. I kind of got a load of them. Hopefully should be putting them in a binder. Saw a lot of people collecting them, they had lots of binders with them. That's a really cool idea. It's really lovely to see events like this in the UK popping up. Nice to see one that's a bit more niche, but Sonic of course does always have a big fandom. Sonic is always really popular. So yeah, as I was saying, not quite as legendary as Summer Sonic, but it has so much potential. So please, if you are just half a Sonic fan, I do strongly recommend Sonic UK. Anyway, peace out. Anyway, remember, we're at Anime UK, and we take a British look at the world of anime and Sonic.